Doing historical research online. Let us start with the first tool that any students nowadays would use to do research, the internet. Internet, it has increasingly become the primary means by which anyone would find any information that they need. With a single click, students are able to access tons and tons of available information, so much information in fact it would get be easily lost in the data available. Cyberspace. Cyberspace is a great research for research if you know how to use it properly. Remember that just because information is available does not mean you should get it and use it right away. Appropriating something such as an idea as yours is considered plagiarism, which is one of the worst crimes in academia. Simple skills that you will get for doing historical research online is knowing where to look and how to look. Search engine websites such as Yahoo, www.yahoo.com, or Google, www.google.com, could lead you to a lot of sources with the right search string. A search string is a combination of words that you use to came up with relevant sources and lead you to what you are looking for. The more refined your search string is, more definite and refined the result will be. Google also provide its own customized platform for scholarly search research called Google Scholar or www.scholar.google.com. You may use it to find electronic journals, articles, materials from institutional res- repositories, and book chapters from many different sources. It could be good starting point in building your research by providing you an overview of existing published materials for your topic. Google Book or www.googlebooks.google.com also provides source for scanned books. You where you may able to read some chapters for free. This could be useful if you want to know if a certain book could be useful to your research before doing to physical library to loan the book or photocopy pages of it. Sometimes a simple search online is all you need to find the data that you need. And most often, one of the first results that will came out will be pages from Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Wikipedia is the biggest open source encyclopedia in the whole of cyberspace. In 2017, it has 40 million articles in 293 languages. Being an open source encyclopedia, anyone could contribute or edit articles in the site, which makes some of the information in the site unreliable. Nonetheless, Wikipedia provides a useful launchpad to source you may use for research. There are websites that you may use legally to download scanned copies of books and other materials for free, especially those books with expired copyright and are public domain. Number 1, Project Gutenberg or www.gutenberg.org this is the oldest digital library in the world, founded in 1971. Internet Archive or www.archive.org, an online library that originally sought for archive website history but grew later on provide digital visions for other works. Number 3 is the Philippines government website or www.go.ph. And this is our starting to be enriched with source that may be used for historical research, especially in law and other government issue issuances that may be useful when doing topics of a more contemporary period. Doing historical research in libraries and archive. Research in libraries and archives is necessarily in study of history, as these are repositories of primary and secondary sources that allow us to create narrative of the past through accepted methods of historical scholarship. It is imperative it it is imperative upon students that to be able to develop an aptitude towards doing research in these venues as further develop their skills in historical research. Nowadays, libraries have forgone the tedious and antiquated card catalog system and have been using digital version to catalog their holdings called the Online Public Access Catalog or OPAC, sometimes simply the Library Catalog. The National Library of the Philippines, Ermita, Manila provides a rich treasure trove of materials for the student researcher interested in the Philippine history, especially in their Filipiniana section. It has available Rizaliana collection, several sets of Blair and Robertson's, the Philippine Islands in 1493 to 1898, where Filipiniana books, Philippines presented papers and others materials that are accessible to public, especially to students. In addition, research in archive may be a lot more difficult and prove to be too advanced, but will provide you many sources that not available in the usual. The National Archive of the Philippines, also in Manila, is an agency of the government mandated to collect, store, preserve, and make available records of the government and other primary sources pertaining to the history and development of the Philippines. Most of the materials here, especially for the years of Spanish colonialism, are in their original language and may not be accessible to college students, but materials may be useful and it would not hurt to ask assistance from staff in the archive. The library in Quezon City, the libraries in the University of the Philippines in Diliman, Quezon City have holdings that could also be useful in research. The collection, particularly in main library in Gonzales Hall, are rich in resources, especially in the Filipiniana section. Serials, theses, and dissertations. Other University libraries are also accessible to the public. The Ateneo de Manila University in Quezon City holds the American Historical Collection, a rich source for American period in the Philippines. The University of Santo Tomas in España, Manila also has collection from the 16th century, owing to the fact that it is the oldest Catholic university in the country, and it and is a historic site itself. Private Private libraries and institutions also have archives that may be used for research. The Family History Center at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in generous resource for research in genealogies. The Chinbensi Memorial Library in Kaisara Angelique Heritage Center offers resources on Chinese and Filipino Chinese in the Philippines and in Southeast Asia. The Archaeologian Archives in Manila has immense church data source. Our city or town may have its own local archive museum or public library where you may access primary source and other materials for your research.